These are the Jinwoo soldiers. Hundreds of Ant King's loyal subjects incinerated in less than a minute, consumed by the Fang flames. For the first time in his life, the Ant King felt true fear. An insurmountable wall of power loomed between him and this human. He realized utterly and completely that there was no way to overwhelm this enemy. He had been defeated, but how? Even though he had been born to fight powerful humans, that had been the Ant King's only purpose in life. He had nurtured his power for this mission, even absorbing the abilities of humans along the way, and yet he couldn't defeat Jinwoo. The Ant King quivered, turning his back on the fight. Survival instinct overtook all else. Concern for his kingdom and soldiers vanished from his mind. Thanks to the healing skill he had acquired from a human, his severed wing regenerated almost instantly. With a powerful beat of his wings, he shot into the air. I must get as far away. But before he could escape, the massive magic beast plummeted to the ground as an invisible force slammed down from above. Fluid sprayed from his mouth as he crashed into the cave floor. Jinwoo had used Ruler's hand like a fly swatter, and he strode toward the Ant King without hesitation. I can't let him go. The king was a powerful magic beast, and Jinwoo wanted to extract his shadow no matter what. But to do that, he needed to kill him first. The Ant King saw Jinwoo approaching, and terror replaced the pride he had once carried. Jinwoo almost felt a flicker of pity. The Ant King tried to crawl away. Gone was the majestic, commanding presence he had displayed when toying with the other hunters. There, you're finally acting like an insect. Jinwoo closed the distance and unleashed mutilation into the Ant King's back. A notification appeared immediately. You have defeated an enemy, ... You have leveled up. You have leveled up. Yes. Jinwoo pumped his fist, exhilaration coursing through him. The battle was over. The battlefield fell silent. Jinwoo stood before the remains of the Ant King, the fallen monarch whose very presence had once shaken the world. Now, the beast lay motionless at his feet. His heart pounded, not from fear, but from desire. This one. He wanted this one as his soldier. Jinwoo could feel the hunger in his chest, the urge to claim the creature's shadow immediately. But he remembered, extraction required focus. He thought back to when he had drawn Byunggu's shadow. He had learned painfully that emotion could cloud precision. I need to calm down, he whispered. He closed his eyes, taking a deep, measured breath. The storm inside him stilled. His heartbeat steadied. His gaze, now cool and sharp, returned to the Ant King's remains. Okay. He raised his hand. Dark, swirling plumes of smoke began to rise from the corpse, thicker and heavier than anything he had ever seen. It coiled and twisted like living darkness, warping the air around it with immense power. Was this because the Ant King's magic energy was far beyond anything he had faced before? Jinwoo's eyes narrowed as he stepped closer. Arise. The word fell from his lips like a command from the heavens. Chaos followed. The entire cavern flickered between light and shadow, as if reality itself struggled to contain what was happening. The bright magic light above, the one that mage hunter Choi Jong-in had conjured during the raid, began to blink violently, like a dying star. What's going on? Jinwoo muttered. At first, he thought the spell was simply fading, but that couldn't be. It hadn't even been an hour since the hunters entered the nest. There was no reason the magic should be weakening this fast, not with Jong-in's strength. Then the thought struck him. Could it be because of this? Because of shadow extraction itself. Everything went black. When the light returned, Jinwoo's eyes widened. Before him stood a massive silhouette, a creature cloaked in pure darkness. The Ant King, but not as he once was. Jinwoo instinctively took a step back, hand tightening around his dagger, until a chime rang in his mind. Shadow extraction, success. He froze, then let out a breathless laugh. Whew, that scared me. The new shadow loomed before him, wreathed in thick, endless smoke. The same monstrous form, but now entirely black, as if carved from living shadow. Jinwoo studied him in silence. Even in death, the Ant King radiated overwhelming power. The air itself seemed to bend around him. So this was the Ant King's shadow. The mighty beast that had once brought despair to S-rank hunters now stood obediently before Jinwoo. He could feel the sheer density of magic energy pulsing from the creature. It was greater, sharper, alive. He tried to keep a straight face but couldn't stop the grin forming on his lips. His heart raced, excitement coursing through him like a drumbeat. A notification appeared before him, glowing faintly in the air. Level 1. General rank. Jinwoo's eyes widened, and then he smiled. This wasn't just another soldier. This was something beyond what he had ever summoned. A new rank. A new power. Considering how powerful the Ant King had been in life, it made perfect sense. By rank alone, Jinwoo could tell this was no ordinary shadow. All his effort, every ounce of strength he had poured into this battle, had been worth it. The massive shadow lifted its head, their eyes met, and the creature slowly lowered himself, dropping to one knee. Just like the rest of Jinwoo's soldiers, this one knelt in absolute loyalty before his king. A faint smile crossed Jinwoo's lips. Nice. Satisfied, he turned, ready to extract the queen's shadow next. My king! Jinwoo froze. That voice, deep echoing, came from right behind him. His heart skipped a beat. He didn't get startled easily, but this time it was close. Did he just hear that? He turned sharply, scanning the darkness, but there was no one else. Only one presence registered in his perception: the shadow ant, still kneeling with his head bowed. If you enjoyed this story, leave a comment saying Season 3. Your support will inspire me to create the narration for the next season.